Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Eureka Springs channel. We're coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and here to give you a news update from the Writers' Colony at Dairy Hollow. I have with me Miss Nancy Paddock, who is one of the staff there. She's going to fill you in on all the things that are happening at the Writers' Colony. So let's welcome her to the screen. Hey, Nancy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Great. Good to see
Good,
you
good.
again.
Good to see
Thanks
you
for
too.
doing this. For those of who are tuning in that may not be familiar with the Writers' Colony at Dairy Hollow, would you please let everybody out there know what in the world do y'all do over there?
Well, the Writers Colony is a 501c3 nonprofit that basically supports writers of all backgrounds, genres, levels of experience. We have a residency here where you can come and write in the beautiful, quiet Eureka Springs area. We do workshops, and basically we want to energize the creative expression of writers, and that's our mission here.
And it is a great mission. You guys have people from all over the world
Oh, we've had
come.
people from over 1,700 people from 48 states and 13 countries. So we
Holy
really
cow.
have had a lot of people come stay here.
I love it. So let's talk a little bit about. I know we're here today to really inform people about all the things that are happening there at the colony. So let's jump right into some of that information so that people can learn more about how to make their plans to come over to the Writers' Colony.
Well, let's see. The first part of October, we are so lucky to have Jane Friedman come and do a speech. She is the keynote speaker at the Ozark Creative Writers Conference this year, which is October 12th through the 14th, which is a great conference for writers. Um, she's an amazing person. She is basically in the publishing business. She's a professor with great courses. She has been on NPR. She's been New York Times. She's just well known in the publishing business. And she is going to do a lecture on literary citizenship, which is the feel good way to market and promote. And it is basically a lecture on how to create an abundant mindset, that you're not competing with other authors, that a tide rises all authors, and it should be a wonderful little lecture. It's going to be October 12th at 4 p.m. here at the Colony at 515 Spring Street. And it's $25. But she is just an amazing person. She knows everything about the literary business side. And we're real lucky to have her come visit us.
That's a great opportunity for everyone to be a part of. So make your plans for that. And let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about, you've got some other things that are happening in October. Let's go to our next, the Poet Luck. That's famous.
Oh, the Poet Luck have been going so well this year. We are just so happy with them. This that we usually bring in one of the residents who are staying here, and this month we have Dennis Ertzel, and he is an amazing writer. He's a neuroqueer poet and writer. He teaches at in St. Louis. Oh, I deleted that out of my notes. But he's a
Uh-oh.
teacher. He's written two chapbooks, My Secret Wars of 1884, and which was the Kansas City Star Best Poetry Book of 2015. He's just a great guy. And the Poet Luck will be from 6 to okay, I got this right. From 6 to 8:30. We
Okay.
start with a potluck dinner here at the Colony at 515. We do a potluck dinner for about a half an hour so everybody can meet and greet everyone. And then at 6:30, Dennis is our feature. He'll read for about 15 minutes. And then we have an open mic where all the writers are given 5 minutes. You can read poetry, you can read nonfiction, you can sing a song, you can read an essay. We all genres of writers are welcome, and it's really great fun. We've been having a wonderful turnout and lots of people.
It
So
is sort of the social event of the season every month. I like you at the Poet Luck. I drove by just a few days ago when you had the other one, and actually met Tim Caldwell, who was there, one of the people that read
yeah, he
at
was our
Poet
feature
Luck.
last
Yeah,
month.
it was your
Yes,
feature
yeah.
last month, and a lot of people that are coming to the Poet Luck are people that fall in love with Eureka, and I love the fact that the locals who are doing creative work are coming over to the Poet Luck and talking about what they're doing.
It's It's
really
wonderful.
fun.
The residents who are staying here usually come down. And it's funny because they usually say, "Oh, I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read." And after they listen to a few of the locals, they're like, "Oh, let me throw my name in there. I want to read now because this is a great group of writers." And more people are discovering. I think last month we had 2 or 3 locals that say, "Well, I've always wanted to go, but I haven't." Showed up and they're like, "I'm coming every month." So
They're hooked.
they're
They're
hooked. It's a
hooked.
great little social, and the food is wonderful. The potluck is good, and Yana, our wonderful chef, makes a little something. And Crescent Dragon Wagon's been coming over and bringing something. So the
Oh
food is
wow.
best potluck in
Off
town.
the charts. Off the
Yes,
charts.
yes.
Now, the gentleman that you had that you just talked about for the poet luck, he's doing something else the
On
following day. Is that
the
right?
following day, on October 20th, from 3:30 to 5:30, he is doing a workshop, and he calls it Music and Performance Generative Poetics Workshop. And he basically has, and I'm going to be attend this to find what this is like. He's
The
doing,
title alone is intriguing.
yes,
Wow.
somatic rituals and approaches for generating poetics and to continue writing when one is in the midst of everyday life. So
Mm.
he's basically puts it as on experimental writing and healing yourself so you can write no matter where. So you don't need to be alone or at
Hmm.
your desk. If
Right.
the muse grabs you, it's time to write. And he's going to give tips on that. He'd like people to bring their journals, and just going to help people learn how to be a poet or a writer at all moments of their life. So I think it'll be an amazing workshop. I
It
really do.
should be. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And
He's a great teacher. Yeah.
yeah, I love the fact that people are coming and immersing themselves. Really, they're immersing themselves in the community and then giving workshops. And that's sort of the premise for what the Writers Colony is all about: is to come to Eureka and immerse yourself into our culture, and then to have that downtime to write. I think it's fantastic what you guys
It's
do.
amazing. People come here and they discover the town. They walk the town and they come back and they're just so energized. And a lot of people are like, I'm torn between sitting
Yeah,
and writing
yeah.
and learning Eureka. So we have so many people come back again and again and again.
I love this. I love that's part. I think that you guys have introduced more people to Eureka Springs from all over the world just by doing what you guys do. Let's
Yeah,
talk a little
yeah.
bit about what you've got next. I noticed you got something brand new that we have not mentioned or talked about before. This I have all sorts of questions on
I
this title.
well, it's amazing. So Jeremy is basically a producer, creator, and writer. He's got a long running show and a series in Chicago called You're Being Ridiculous. And he's done it in shows, bars, and theater spaces all over Chicago. He's got a one man show called The Big Gay Nightmare, which premiered at Steppenwolf to sold out audiences this year. He is just going to be a fun guy. And basically, the workshop is how to be your authentic self. Don't fit
Mm.
into a mold. Be your own ice cream. So he's going to tell people he says he's going to get you to dig into your broken spaces, your garbage, your jealousies, and find gold and get to be the youest you can. So it's
I
going
want
to
to
be
just see that just for the content alone.
oh,
Screw
he's
writing. I just want to hear him.
I know, and I think it'll be good for theater people in town and writers
Yeah.
and performers just to have someone to try to energize them and to learn that your authentic self is what it's all about. That's why people go out and write and sing and act is to
All the creativity in the world kind of
yes,
stems from that, right?
yeah. So
Right.
it's gonna be a great pep talk. It's gonna be on November 4th at 1 to 2.
Okay.
And I'm sure he'll hang out later and talk to people, and we'll have
Sure.
refreshments and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to having him here and meeting him, and I'm really looking forward to the workshop.
Yeah.
So,
So,
so
what
that's
is the capacity for these workshops? Because I was like, I'm very interested in this gentleman.
well
Capacity
for a
wise, where are we
lecture.
at?
Well, the like for the poet luck, we can put 45 people in that big room. We bring out the folding chairs, and if someone's giving a lecture, we can do we say 40 people.
Okay.
A
Okay.
workshop, we usually try to keep it down to 25 people because if it's any more than 25 people, you don't get the attention that you should have.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Most of our workshops are 10 to 12 people.
Okay.
And
So
it depends.
all the more reason to get online and reserve your spot like right away
Exactly. And
for
that goes to
this.
writerscolony.org. and go to events, and you can sign up for all of these things. You can sign up for the Poet Luck, which basically you can just show up to.
Yeah.
But if you register ahead of time, we've got your name tag already made for you when you get here.
Absolutely. So reserve
That's
that
another good
seat.
thing about the Poet Luck. We all wear name tags, and we need that in this town.
We do, right? You know, and there's a lot of new faces in town too. So yeah, I love it.
I'm meeting so many people who have been here 2 or 3 years, and it's just amazing to me, and they fit in so well, which is a great thing about Eureka. And I did want to mention that the Emerge magazine is open for submissions again.
Okay, good. So
Yeah,
people that are not familiar with the Emerge, tell us about the Emerge magazine.
It's an online magazine. It started here at the Colony, and it's basically taken off to a separate from us. Charles Templeton is the editor, and they do an online magazine, I think 3 times a year. And you can just go to emergemagazineonline.com, and it'll show up. You can read what the last writers were, the next ones. The submission period for this issue is October 2nd to January 1st. And it's a great little magazine. It's got local poets. It's got some national poets. It's just really fun, and it's nice to look at. If you go there, you can read the last issue online. It doesn't cost you anything, and we're real proud of it. And
so the submissions are done online, Nancy?
Online,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
And it's emerge-magazine.com.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't create a graphic for that ahead of time.
I didn't either, so
sorry about that. All right. Say that one more time for people that are writing it down, please.
Emerge-magazine.com.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
And
All right. Yeah, well, I'll have that ready for next time if we mention it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So, Nancy, lots of things happening October, November, and I know you're going to have some other events coming up that we want to talk about. Hopefully, you'll come back with us again and
we'll have
fill everybody in.
In November we'll have a Poet Luck, and we're also having a reading of the Muse magazine. Muse is a book of Ozark poets. Our local Wendy Taylor Carlisle is one of them. We're going to have 5 of the poets here on November 18th doing a free reading, which I think is going to be wonderful. And they're just all great poets from all over the Ozarks.
Yeah.
So and they'll have Poet Luck also in November.
Well, we'll come back again and dive deeper into those activities if you don't mind. Talk about those later. Nancy, thank you for all that you do there. You're doing a wonderful job as the coordinator there at the Writers' Colony. I know there's a full staff there behind you making all this work, and the engines all turn. But fantastic job, and
the director,
looking forward to fall.
Glass, is wonderful, and Jesse Barfield is too. They're just great people, and they keep this place. They do the hard work. I've got the easy work.
You're just here to talk about it and be the town crier for everything.
That's it.
Keep everybody informed. And it's a great organization, a wonderful nonprofit. And of course, for those of you that are listening, as all nonprofits, there's always a need. There's always something that y'all are trying to fund or to make happen. Scholarships, items there that are needed at the colony.
All the proceeds from all these workshops go into the scholarships to bring more writers here to do more writing. So everything folds back over into bringing writers here so they can write.
Nancy, I'd like to actually one time when we get together and we do these little chats, I'd like to even get a little dive into some of the things that you guys are needing to fund there. So next time when you get together, let's give everybody out there some of those items. So if you'll make us a short list or a long list, whatever you've got of things.
We got a list. So next time we'll talk about our wants and needs.
So everybody needs something, all nonprofits. So, y'all are making it work, but I'm sure at times are lean, and so need a little help out every now and then.
It's an old building and it needs love.
It needs a little love, as all things in Eureka do, right?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Nancy, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
Can't wait to talk to you again, Melody. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, so the Writers' Colony at Dairy Hollow, you guys check them out online. They're a fabulous organization. I love speaking with them as often as I can to give you guys all the news that's happening out there. And the best thing you can do to help spread the word about all the things that we're trying to bring to you is like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. And of course, what we really, really love is if you show us a little love, hit those hearts, tell us you love what we're doing. We appreciate y'all y'all watching. We appreciate everything that you guys do to help spread the word about Eureka Springs. Now, if you're looking for a calendar of events about what's happening here in Eureka Springs, you can always go to eurekasprings.channel.com and look under the community calendar. We try our best to keep up with all the things that are happening here in Eureka Springs so that you can be well informed and make your plans to come here and visit with us. Thank you again for watching this. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time here on the Eureka Springs channel. Bye-bye, guys. All right. See ya.